What up? What up? What up? All right, y'all. So, man, look, I I I normally don't jump in on the Drake talks and stuff like that. I just try to enjoy his music. You know what I mean? But there's been a lot of back and forth between Joe Budden and Drake, right? Who I love both of them, but it's been a lot of back and forth, and so I want to go through some of that stuff with you guys and give you my perspective on it. First and foremost, if you didn't listen to the album yet, you need to go listen to it. You will understand everything that I'm about to say and understand from Joe's point of view somewhat. Somewhat. We're gonna go over some things that Joe said first, and then we're gonna go over some things that Drake said. But before we get into that part, right? Let's get into some positive things first because I've been noticing a crazy wild trend lately, right? And the trend is you can say everything nice about somebody, right? But if you actually give a legitimate, unbiased opinion, everybody loses their shit, right? Because if you guys know, I mean the last couple or the last album that Drake had that it was a solo album, it was the one where it was like the dance album. Everybody shitted on Drake. Everybody said it's garbage. Who stood up for Drake? Who said it was a vibe? Who said it was a joint? Joe Budden. You didn't see Drake one time like jump on the show or say, hey, throw him a message or do a tweet out and say, hey, appreciate you, my boy. Nothing, right? But all of a sudden, Joe Budden gives his critique on this, and it wasn't even that crazy to me. Wasn't even that crazy, right? Drake does a lot. We're gonna go over it, but I just find this so crazy that this is why most people will talk shit before they uplift you because they know they're gonna get a response out of you. You know what I'm saying? This also goes to show how much Joe Budden is needed in the space, right? Pause. It sounds kind of crazy. Only reason why I say this is because when you look at the message he put, why would you go through that much detail? So we're gonna go ahead and get to it, right? Let's just start it off right and listen to this.
I do, but that's kind of where he is with hip hop. I hate that mine and his interaction has to come this way. I do, but that's kind of where he is with hip hop media. Like I didn't need any of these. I didn't need any of this to know how he felt about hip hop media. So to see it play out this way, it's just who knows? See, but that's what I feel like. I feel like there are people that hate this album that may be using me as some type of hate shield. I don't hate this shit.
Y'all see what I mean?
I don't.
You heard it here first.
Were you
Say you
surprised
don't
though?
even hate it.
Nah, nah, that's my man. That's my petty nigga right there. Now he getting his shit off. Fry these
Good.
niggas up. Fry these niggas up, Aubrey. Fuck. When you talking about mega stars, they control the edit. And I'm not talking to nobody that controls the edit ever. Who the fuck do they think I am? I wouldn't do that. And I mean, we've been doing this for a few years now, so I mean, it's kind of just part of course.
I feel like it's like a very concerted effort to like discredit your success, like on multiple levels. Like, do you feel that way, or are you experiencing those things? Because that's what it's kind of looking like on there.
Yeah, it's revisionist history for the TikTokers. You can't do it though. Like you can't. It happened. It may be one of those things where you had to have been there for it, but it happened. It's there. I was who I was before I got here. We're not even in this space having this conversation about this shit if I wasn't who I was before I got here. If there was validity to it, the moment wouldn't happen. I don't even know that we get an episode on Tuesday. Podcast fans get a thrill out of seeing me in some type of something. Honestly, I'm going in there Tuesday. I want to know what the fuck Big Sean was double tapping his phone about. Is what I want to know. I got a list of niggas.
Hey, yo.
What's going on?
Not Big Sean.
Oh man.
Nah,
What
facts.
the fuck he tapping his phone about? All right. Say less. Really trying to figure out what's going to happen with Wednesday. Because I could be like the rest of these folks and I could just not put a podcast out publicly on Wednesday. I just feel like the world is waiting on me to say something. They didn't play nobody that was dissing me at the Sweet 16. None of the kids pressed me about it. I was chilling. Yo, none of them have played a Drake song this whole weekend.
Damn.
Like, it's been a lot of Sexy Red, Rob 49, Lil Baby. Nobody even said nothing about it, but they kids. They like kids. They young, 16, high school.
All right, look, I'm gonna stop that, but this is what's crazy to me. Even in the podcast, he said that he likes the album. He just didn't like the direction. So this goes back to my point. Fam just said a few things and he lost it. Like, come on, fam. We gotta keep it even all around, fam. Like, Joe Budden has been supporting Drake so much, but then he critiques a little bit and then Drake goes in. Like, come on, fam. This looking nasty, bro. Right? So, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but before we start reading into this stuff, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I felt the same way Joe did, minus a few things. I really like, this was one of the first times, maybe second or third time, that I was like, dude, I just couldn't, you know what I'm saying? And I do want to preface my statement on the fact that I already have enough Drake music in my stable of music that I listen to where I'm good. I'm good for life. I don't have to worry about going back or say, oh, I need some new. No, I'm straight. I have so many Drake songs that are like as soon as I'm going to drink or I'm going out or I'm in a certain mood, I already have all of my slots filled with Drake music. Pause. So I'm cool on that. So I'm not necessarily, mad at him for dropping this. But when I look back at the work he's made, it does make me go, well, damn, bro, like, can't you make something at that level? That's the only thing. That's the only critique I have is that. So let me go ahead and go down here. Let's go ahead and check out some of the critiques that Joe was giving, right? And then we'll see, right? Because some of these were blasphemous. He said, I missed the Drake that was rapping for rappers, right? Now, he said he's rapping for the children, right? Now, he's saying you're 36. You should be, you're about to be 37. Go mess with some older people, right? Now, why is this crazy? For one, Joe Budden's baby mama at the time was 25. She was literally the same age as, the people that Drake is messing with. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the message, but not from you, Joe Budden. Joe Budden shouldn't be the one talking about that, right? In my opinion, I will say that I honestly feel like this. I see what Joe Budden is saying, like, make music, right? But here's the thing. To me, what Drake made in the past, you already have a recipe. If Drake would hold on, because I wanna make sure I say something that you guys understand, right? And as soon as I say this should be no questions asked, right? If Drake made another Thank Me Later or Take Care or So Far Gone. Tell me in the comments, would you be happy with that? I'm saying, if he made another version of one of those albums, and I'm talking about Thank Me Later, Take Care, So Far Gone, even if it was More Life, let's say he made another version of that, would you be happy? Just comment below, right? I want to know what's your thought on that. It would be perfect in my opinion, because it's the Drake that, you know, it's kind of molded his own thing. He's not really, he really wasn't biting back then. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Joe was trying to say. He just said it wrong, right? So Drake goes ahead and responds. He said, "I thank God for this life and not having to come to rush conclusions on Best Buy pod mics or podcast mics." Now, I understand what Drake is saying. Drake is like, yo, you know, like, how come I can't just do my thing? And you know what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff. And like, I'm telling you right now, I am a Drake fan. Like, Drake got me through my years in the military. Like some of the music that Drake made literally got me through my depression. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, this is the only reason why I hate Drake responding to this, is because why did you say nothing when he was bigging you up? Why didn't you have nothing to say when he was saying so many positive things about you for, I mean, fam, it's been in the last few years he been doing nothing but bigging you up, trying to get you on the podcast, and now he has a critique and you can't take it, right? Let's go ahead and move forward to the one that had me like, what the hell is going on? Let's take a look at this, right? This is wild. So, this is from Drake to Joe Budden, right? This is wild. So, you have failed at music. You left it behind to do what you were doing in this clip because it's what actually pays your bills. For any artist watching this, remember, you are watching a failure give their opinion of his idea of a recipe for success. A quitter, right? And that stings. A quitter give their opinion on how to achieve longevity. You switch gears because the things that pop into your brain had you broke, living check to check, and the raps that you write have 450 men showing up and at your shows in dusty, Inichi jeans to screw up their face to music and pretend that you're the GOAT. Please, to any artist that's doing what they feel is right, don't let these opinions affect your mindset after the fact. This guy is the poster child of frustration and surrendering. Okay, let's keep this reading. You retired and you never hung up your jersey. We don't even remember your number. We know you for this. You withdrew from rap, not because you accomplished all that you needed. It's because it wasn't working for you. I never want anybody in the generations to think that the whole everybody's entitled to their opinion thing is real. This is a man projecting his own self-hate and the fact that I did and continue everything he wanted to do for himself. If you need to put it in simpler terms, I own a 767. He owns a modest house in the 973 or 973 that flies first class on special occasions. Okay, fam. Look, man. You cannot tell me that Drake was not upset by Joe Budden going in on him, right? I wanna read some of the stuff that Joe Budden said, that Joe Budden said about him, because I'm gonna tell you right now, this is for him to write that. You know that Drake was hurt by that. Drake was hurt. But this is my issue, Drake, and I hate saying this. I've been saying this the whole time. Why why are you responding now? But he had your back the whole time. You couldn't say nice things then and then say bad things there. I mean, then, just to keep it level, you only want to respond now. Come on, fam. Something is nasty with this, man. And like I said, I'm not trying to beat up Drake, but Drake, bro, take it on the chin, bro. Like, you literally look bad right now because everybody's gonna hear this album, bro. Hey, look, the views and the sound, the listens are probably gonna say different. They're gonna say, oh, everybody listens to this stuff, but because it's Drake. But I'm saying from a Drake fan, you know what it may be? It may be maybe Drake is trying to get new listeners. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he wants new listeners. Maybe he wants to get some new, some new fans. That could be what it is. I have no idea. But I'm trying to tell y'all right now, this doesn't sound like Drake made this for us. I thought we were the dogs, like the people who've been rolling with him for a while. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, like I said, he's Joe Budden is saying that he's rapping for the children. He said he want to hear him talk like an adult. Let me see. Now, see, some of the stuff that Drake is saying though, it does make sense. You don't want him to. You don't want somebody to change your mindset and affect that, right? I just want some evenness. Like, if you're gonna do it on this as well. You know what I'm saying? Because look, y'all, if y'all have seen the Joe Budden podcast, you have definitely seen Joe Budden go crazy. Joe Budden did not go crazy on this one. He said a few things. We've seen him go crazy. We've seen him have a stance that was wild, or, the hill that he would die on. That was not this situation whatsoever. And he chose to respond to that. See what I mean? So, look, man, I feel like, in my opinion, Joe Budden was right. Like, look, I'm just saying, he's right on some of the things. Because as a fan, when I listened to this, even when I got lit this weekend, I tried to get into a vibe with this album and I couldn't. It just wasn't for me. And I am basically the same age as Drake. You see what I'm saying? So for me to be the same age as Drake, I thought, we was doing like this together. And it seemed like he just went the other way. And I'm cool with it. It's just that I wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So are we just really in a time where you just can't even say what you feel? Like, come on, Drake. That's crazy. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. For one, did you listen to it and what did you think? Because I got to be honest with y'all. This album right here doesn't even stand up to any of the previous, like the older albums that I love, that I cherish, that I could let the whole album play. It doesn't stand up to any of those albums. So this has to be like, I don't know. It's only a couple songs that I go, okay, you got me. And a few of the beats is like, okay, nice. But other than that, I mean, as soon as I play a certain album from Drake, everything just shuts down. It's like nothing exists anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in a movie. This didn't feel like that. So let me know if you listened to it, what did you rate it? Also, how do you feel about this back and forth? What y'all think about this, man? This is crazy.